Welcome back. My name's Dave, and this is Mercurial Siding, my N-scale layout. Today we're continuing on with the cold storage Craftsman model build, and we're gonna just do little things here and there for this one, and some of it is so repetitive that it doesn't make for great video. Anyway, let's go to 6. And 6 is preview, is it? No, 6 is not preview. 6. That's what we're looking for. Yeah. So this is where we're at here now. We have the doors in on the front. We have the awnings over the doors. I did not use what they supplied for roofing material. I had this metal, thin brass. That's and I'm going to weather that down once it's all complete here. I have cut the roof parts, and again I did not use what they supplied. I had this. This is engraved, laser engraved roofing, and it's got little panels in it and everything. I thought it was nicer than just the flat roof. It gives it a little bit more texture. So that goes on there. There. We're going to glue these down today. This goes on here, and then we have the roof on this section of the building. We have the roof, and on this section of the building we have the roof. So what are we going to do first? We are going to talk about windows. This is going to be a long and tedious part of the build. I'm trying to remember, was it 20 windows or something silly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times 2 is 24 windows. Now, normally, just focus. Normally, I would use the glazing that comes with this, but I wanted it to be a little bit easier to work with. I found trying to get the backing, these are self-adhesive, the windows they supply. I found the backing a little bit of a pain in the butt to get off. And also, I typically never use pure clear styrene or mylar. I use this frosted mylar. And so what I did was, I'm just going to get the tools that I used here, because we're going to use them again. And I'm just going to, before that becomes a stain on my shirt, I'm going to get rid of some paint. All right, here we go. So what I did was I took all the windows off their packaging, and I glued them down using, I just had it right here, Gorilla Glue contact adhesive, clear grip, and it works wonderfully. As you may be aware, using something like CA on mylar tends to frost the mylar, and somewhere I was watching and somebody was using this stuff, and I said, well, it's a couple of bucks, and we'll see if it works. Great. If it doesn't, I just have an extra type of glue in the house. So I just what I would do is I take a little bit of the glue and put it out here, cap it up, and then I took pin vise and I'd actually put a pin in it, and then what you need to do is separate part of the framing for the window. There it is. That's it separated. So now what I do is I take the pin vise and I just put a bit of glue on here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. And then I go back and get another little bit of glue. And put it on the window here at the bottom. Come on. Just a little bit. And then you take this and you can line it up. And you want to make sure that it is lined up. So what I've been doing is taking a straight razor blade and just pushing it and now we just repeat the process. So again, we go back to the okay, there. Now this Gorilla Glue stuff sets up very quickly, so I only put like just a drop out as I'm doing this. So here we're gonna again put some glue. Put some glue. And put it in place. Oh, I just made a mistake. Just made a mistake. Doing the wrong thing, though. I should be taking these gray ones. There are two frames, and they look identical, but they're not. I think you can see the difference, not only in paint, but in size. The darker one is much bigger, and that's meant to sit on the actual siding of the side of the building, whereas this one's supposed to trim the window. So we're gonna restart here. Again, grab some glue. Squeeze out a dot. And glue. And glue. Now having the windows glued to the Mylar makes it much easier to work with. You don't have to. Okay, come on. Okay. My big clumsy hands. Like I say, my big clumsy hands. Okay, now use the razor blade. Put it there. Put it there. There we go. All right. course, now that I'm doing it on camera, it's being a pain in the butt. Now, it's really important that you get these lined up correctly, because they have to go in. So again, I'm taking the blade and putting it there, and then pushing it down, putting some pressure on it, and it's there, it's contacted. So I'm just going to do 2 of these, because you can see it's not going to be riveting video. So I'll bring this down here, grab my pin vise again, pick up some glue, and there you go. There's 2 of them done. And then they will go into the building and look like this one. And then this trim will go around the outside on the face of the building itself. Like that, sort of. Anyway, better than that, but basically that. So I have all the windows to do on this, all but 1 window to do here on this one. I have taken all of the castings that they gave me in the kit, and I have painted them all with a metal colored rattle can paint. And they just, I'm gonna grab this. One, let me just, okay. They just go on the front of the building. This one, there should be a box. Where are you? There. There's a box that goes here, and then this goes up like that. And there's one that has 3 parts that I'm going to build before I attach it to the building. And it goes I believe it goes here. Yeah, it goes there. It goes there, and then this piece goes there, and then the other piece goes up. Yep. That and that. And then there's some vents. And there is a refrigeration unit that drops into that gap. So that's what the castings look like. So let's get the roofs attached here, and we'll call it quits, because, like I say, it is not the most riveting video. So I'm just going to take some Aleene's Tacky glue. I'm going to grab one of my and I'm going to and we're going to clamp that in place. Now there is roof trim to go around this, the edges of the roof, and I've assembled them and I have painted them because I don't think I could paint them once they're installed. I guess I could, but I would have to mask everything, and it's just simpler to just to trim them and then put them in place. All right, and where did I see you? You tried. Oh, there you are. So the roof. These tiny decorative little close pegs. How am I going to just give me a sec here. I keep these little clamps right here at the desk all the time because I'm always using them. So this is just holding the roofing material down so that it doesn't curl up. It's curling up a bit right now, and I don't want that. I don't want to fight with that later on. I'm going to make sure it's fastened properly down. And these are cheap dollar store clamps. Okay, let's loosen that and bring it up there. And one more. There we go. All right, now we'll let Aleene's Tacky glue do its stuff. Where am I going to? I'm going to one. There we are. We're back at one. So this is basically the whole process for this building. This building is do little jobs one one day at a time, because most of it is glue it, let the glue dry, glue it, let the glue dry, and it can be tedious to do it. I'm not saying I won't ever build one of these again, but I actually have more fun when I scratch build stuff like this than building a kit like this. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching today. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of your family. And the reason this isn't out on a Thursday is because I had a medical appointment yesterday to get my ears checked. And I now have 2 hearing aids, one for each ear, although there's not much hearing in the right ear at all. So, but it's enough to make it a little better. So, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye for now.